So let us see how you go about analyzing the job description. So job description typically contains different sections. It can be a summary section which basically gives you some details about the company and the project and others. There's the responsibilities of what the employee who is working on this project would be doing for this particular position. Then some technical skills which are required in order to do the job. Then the qualifications and other details. So your first job is to go through the JD. So you are reading through the JD. So let's look at this paragraph. The Radar project aims to integrate a wide variety of disparate workflows, simultaneously solving multiple technical challenges. So if you look at this, there are a lot of terms which are there which probably you don't understand much. So what do you do? So your first step is, okay, now you read the JD and then pick out words which pertain to the job. And then what do you do? So once you have this, then you can start highlight some of the words which you think is relevant in order for you to understand the JD better. So in this case it can be disparate workflows, it can be workflow management platform based on JBPM5, so on. So this you do for each of the sections. So now if you come across some terminology which you don't understand, like say JBPM5, then you just go to Google and then find out as to what this JBPM is. So JBPM is a flexible business process management suite, and this is what are some of the technologies or what it is used for. So that is extremely important. So once you have underlined or once you have identified these words and then understood these terminologies, then what you do is you come back and then you say, okay, now this is how I summarize my understanding. So this is the project. It is for UI workflow integration. This is the role. So there's a UI developer role. So you need to understand what a UI developer does. This is the main role. But then within that there can be different other roles and there can be responsibilities. So you say, okay, now what are the roles and responsibilities? And for each of these responsibilities, what are the technical skills that are required? And some of it may not be clear to you at all. So you say, okay, now I need some clarification. So somebody needs to give me these clarifications. So typically if you look at this, there's a UI developer role. So these are some responsibilities: enhance and modify the existing UI, interface with the middle tier, and for each of these there are different technologies. So you need to know what these technologies are and where they are used. Now since there are so many technologies for modifying the UI, which of these are mandatory? So this is something which you have to go back to your client and ask. So some of these responsibilities are very clearly mentioned in the resume, in the JD, while others may not be, like interface application with database. So they have mentioned JDBC, SQL, etc. So which means there is some interface with the application. So probably what is happening is this developer has to develop UI which interfaces with the backend also. And then there's another role which is the application developer role. So where do these responsibilities come from the JD. So this is something which you have to figure out, which you have to read through JD and then understand. So wherever you have questions, you note down those and then say, okay, now let me go back and clarify. And then the other factors. Okay, there's a client management which is required, so it's a client facing role. Working across geographies, so probably it's a multinational company, multinational project, or multi-location project. So you have to understand what working across geographies means and what are the implications of this. Bachelor's degree. So why, which bachelor's degree? And would an MCA do or not? Domain, not specified. But then it's good to clarify type of companies from where you can get people. So are they looking only for service, product, or even small companies would be good enough? Some companies, you can now, people who have worked in small companies, they are good to have because they probably have good knowledge of the entire SDLC. So if you are able to sort of come up with some sort of a table like this, this is just a representative table, then you'll be able to understand and clarify the JD much better.